everybody. Welcome to tonight's Craft With Me live video. I'm going to sit here for just a minute, wait for the video to click over on my iPad. And hi, Mallory. Mallory, congratulations. I meant to post that in Facebook, so I'm sorry, but congratulations on your big news. On Monday, for anybody who's watching either now or watching replay later, on Monday, Mallory let us know that she got the job that she was interviewing for. So super excited for you. I'm gonna set aside, I was trying to cram in some, whatever these are called, goldfish before starting, because dinner is running behind, which means I'll have to eat dinner after we're done here. That's totally fine. It'll be okay. So today, first of all, how are y'all doing? Hey everybody, how are you doing? How's your week been going? For those of you who are in the Facebook group and who reply to the Monday little, like, I don't even know what to call it, Monday happenings, weekly happenings that I post on Monday, I have been loving reading all of your comments. I have not had a chance to get in there and actually respond to anybody, but so much joy hearing about the things that are making you smile and what you're working on, and it's so fun. I love that. Today is the first day, the first day that I've been able to get into this room to do scrapbooking. I've been keeping up on my planner system, which we're also going to work on a little bit today to help me get prepped for tomorrow, because normally that's what I do in the evenings. Now that my schedule has changed and everything's just kind of crazy and I feel like I have absolutely zero time. But today I'm so excited to actually make something. I haven't made something in a week. So this is going to be great. I have two layouts that we're going to put together that are both stories from April. It is May currently, so yes, they're from April. So we're gonna put those two stories together, and then after that, we're also going to prep my planners for tomorrow. So you can kind of see that process, and also it helps me actually get it done before I have to go to bed. Because basically I'm gonna get off of here, eat dinner, and go to bed. Because it's just so different. Anyway. Hi, Beth. Hi, Emma. Emma, you've stayed up super late Aw, thanks for staying up to catch us. We miss you too. I'm glad you're here. Don't stay up too late with us. Go to bed. But also, I'm so glad you're here. So, let me get my phone turned around so we can get to crafting here, and then we're gonna go for it. So, oh, don't mind me while I shake the camera all around. Ooh, big news. So big news, it's not really big news, but you know, it feels like big news. Erin today put in our cancellation for Verizon, who is that's our current carrier for our phone. I feel like this is not straight. Hold on. Hold the phone. I guess it's kind of straight. It's wobbly, but I guess it's fine. Okay. Anyway, so he put in a cancellation today for our Verizon coverage for our phones, and he is signing us up for Google Pixel service, and we're getting Google phones by the end of this month. So going to be switching phone, not even just phone service carriers, but also phone, like, it'll be totally different because I've had an iPhone forever. Probably, when did I get my first iPhone? I feel like I would have been maybe in college. Would I have been in college, or would I have graduated college when I got my iPhone? Because I was Android, but that was before smartphones existed. So I don't even know. What did you even call that? Not smartphone. And then I got an iPhone like years after iPhone existed. I don't know. Anyway, my point is I've had iPhone for at least 10 years, probably more. And now we're going to go to Google. I'm really excited about it because although it is always a little nerve-wracking to switch phones, the camera functions on the Google phones are just as good, if not better, than iPhones. So I'll still be able to get really good pictures, and it'll integrate with my computer, which, oh my gosh, will be game changer. That'll be a game changer. Okay. So we're going to start with this layout, yes, and then we'll move to the next one. So here's what we're doing. This first story is about the mom to mom sale that I went to. So this would have taken place, what was the date? I should probably find out the dates. Hold on, I'm going to check that out real fast because I definitely need a date stamp this. Otherwise, you know. Otherwise, I'll know the year and the month, which is probably good enough. But it would be nice to know the actual days. So let me grab that. It's one of the things, eventually, I probably need to update these sheets again and just put like, so right now I've got like a story title, the album that it goes in, the kit and product that you use, the story concept or notes. I feel like I need to have another one that's like date, that has the date on there so I actually remember to write the date down. Otherwise I don't do it. So this, and it was April, I think it was here. Did I get that right? No, I got that wrong. Okay, I think then it must have been here. Yes, okay. All right, so this was April 19th. Is when I did this. So my friend, the one who I now work with, her name is Kate. My friend Kate and I go to this super mega huge mom to mom sale. I don't know. I mean, you'll have to tell me if, oh, I'm reading that thing. I was like, what? Anyway, you'll have to tell me if you guys have something similar to this. So we have, they call them mom to mom sales. And it basically is like this giant garage sale that's all kids and like maternity and nursing and just anything to do with kids you can get at these sales. And this one is enormous. It is like 5 warehouses big. It takes you hours to go through it all. And I always find really good stuff. So I took this selfie in front of my car that was packed with all the stuff that I bought, most of which was for my sister because I went to this sale 2 days before she went to the hospital to have her baby. So I was like, tell me everything you don't have that you still need and I will find it here. And I sure did. It was great. It was so fun to shop for somebody else's kids. Not that my kids are not fun to shop for, just it was fun. It was fun to have someone to shop for, I guess. Because currently my kids don't really need anything, you know? Anyway, so that's what this story is all about. It's going to be really simple. I am using the Make Story Kit for this layout. One of the things I decided to do is to use, so I've got this huge photo that I'm going to add a couple little tags on it because, you know, why not? And then I've got the Make Good Choices card. I've got this one that says, you know, that says making time for. And then what I wrote here was making time for, so I said twice a year, Kate and I go to the Ann Arbor Mom to Mom sale together. It's an event that we both look forward to all year long because we get to spend a day shopping together and the deals are just crazy good. And then making time for, this month I was able to have the whole day off of work. So I met up with Kate at what will become my new office. And we chatted about what's to come in May, grabbed some coffees, and then we were off to the sale. I drove just in case I had to leave to go to the hospital. Because at this point, we didn't know if Haley was going to go into labor. I'm like, if we're there at the sale and she goes into labor, I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to have to just buy what I found and leave. And then this was the 3x8 paper. So I'm a big proponent. I love having divided journaling where I can just have little snippets of story. So I was like, why can't I turn it sideways and then cut this down to a 6x4 instead? It does keep a little bit of the color. Actually, we'll do this right now because it keeps a little bit of the color on there, on those edges, but it'll be fine. I need a pencil to tell me where to cut this. So basically what I'm going to do is position this. Oh wait, let's go like that, I suppose. Actually, because these are slightly not exactly 3 inches, right? So let's put it like here maybe. And then I need my trimmer. Oh. We'll do that, and then we can get it to the 4 inches. So we'll go right here. Should be good. sometimes you just gotta wing it, and it usually is fine. Usually turns out okay. Oh yeah, like the green's gonna be, I think, a little bit bigger. That's fine. Okay, so this is now a 4x6 instead of that paper. Which actually lies. Isn't that like a little short? Oh, it is a little short. Crap. Okay, so I didn't think about that. So it is 3.75. So I need it to be a little bit bigger. So what we can do, I have brown. Brown will work. Or tan. I have tan. That might be even better. Well, no. Only because it'll be easier for me to just cut a 4x6 and add this to it, and that'll be good. And then actually, no. No, it'll be fine. Okay, so we're gonna go 4 inches by 6 inches. This gives me something to put it onto. Because, yeah, I did not think about that. And then tape it on there. And then what I want to do is stamp numbers into the spaces above. Okay, so this we're just going to try to get it centered as best we can. Okay, sure. I mean, it's not my favorite. It'll be fine. It's just one layout. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to go like that. And then let's add some numbers on here. I don't know. I wish I had like this color, but I do not. And that's not gonna be big enough. Okay. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it because it does not have to be like the most, it'll be fine. You know, it does not have, I'm trying to say, I guess, that we don't need to waste our time on like trying to come up with the perfect solution, because I got lots of stories to tell. So I'm just gonna, I want to just tell them and move on, you know? Not fuss about too much. All right, so this stamp set is from 2020. It was the number stamp set that was released with the Week in the Life collection. I love this one. There's something about it. I think it's an outline, and I really like outline stamps, especially if they're big like this. And also, okay, hold on, the stamp. There's one. Also, it's kind of thin, and I like that about it, that it's thinner. Ow, I just hurt my finger. I was cutting English muffins for breakfast yesterday, and like a true dummy, decided, oh, I don't need to bring out the cutting board. I can just like, I can, you know, figure out a way to cut this without having to get a cutting board and whatever. And then I like slipped and cut my finger. So that was stroke of brilliance, not. Okay, so we're 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do 1 through 5 on here. And then I'll have to decide, do I want maybe a tiny phrase sticker to go over them? I wasn't planning to do anything on top of the numbers, but now I feel like we've got these layers going on. So maybe I just need to run with that and do more layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let me see. Your school's really sad. I bet they are sad, Mallory. Back to normal, start mid-August, get your summers back. That's right, because even though, it's so funny, Mallory, because I always tell people, I'm like, I would be such a proponent of year-round school, because it's hard to know what to do with your kids in the summer when you work, you know. So we're trying to figure things out over here. What are we going to do with our kids so that we don't have to pay outrageous amounts of money for them to go to summer camps? Actually, our school, so we had looked up a summer camp near us that's pretty, you know, it's pretty well known. A lot of people really like it. I feel like, I can't remember if I went to it as a kid. My siblings, my brother and my sister, both were counselors at the camp. So, you know, it's been around for a long time. So we looked it up. We're like, oh, maybe we'll send the kids to summer camp and they can just go do weeks there. And it would cost us like $6,000 or $7,000 for the summer. I was like, no, we can't do that. That is a no. You know, that's like, why do I work? There's no reason for me to work if we're going to pay that much money. Anyway, so that was out. And then our school, actually, the elementary school, is doing summer programs throughout. So there's going to be a week of robotics and then like Lego robotics. So we signed Izzy up for all of it because it was so reasonably priced and it's just really good. It's not all day, but it's part of the day and it gives her something to do other than sit on the couch and watch TV. So she'll do a week at home, which actually I just talked to my mom yesterday and she's going to go do, she and Jonah are going to go do a week of Nana Joe and Popeye summer camp. So they're going to go stay with my parents for a week. And then she'll go to Lego robotics for a week. And then they have like a extended school kind of thing where they have curriculum that they're going through, and that's for 2 weeks. And then she'll have 6 weeks of like where every week it's different. And then I think she's got 2 weeks after that, and then she goes back to school. So it's like, we were like, this is amazing. I think it cost us less than, it'll be like less than $300 for her to do that. It's like, that is amazing compared to $7,000. Like, absolutely sign us up, take my money. Crazy. Oh, I kind of like the craft. Oh, but this is all about writing. Yeah, that's not going to make any sense to what this story is about. Oy. Okay, I could do clear. I don't want to do clear. What is this? Good? Maybe. This one is all about... no. I'm like, no. Ooh, maybe... No, well... That's all about books. No. Okay, so no. What do we got here? Because, resolutions, stories, maybe, just try. Although I don't really want the font in that one, so no. 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 None of these. Let's see here. Car boot sales. Okay, all right. Let's see. How's Haley doing? So Haley's doing all right. So she went to go see, I actually haven't talked to her since last week. I need to call her. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow on the way home from work. I need to call her because I haven't talked to her in a little bit. But I do know from a Marco Polo that I can't remember when she sent because I've been really bad. I feel like I have zero time for anything. I'll get back to that though. Haley. So I talked to her and I didn't talk to her. She sent me a Marco Polo after her consultation with the lactation consultant. And she is an overproducer. So she's having trouble. It's been really tough to figure out the whole breastfeeding thing. So the lactation consultant has helped her, and they have a plan of how to reduce her milk supply so that Sophia can latch properly and get what she needs. She said that she's doing better and gaining weight. I think they have a weigh-in coming up, maybe they already did it. But that it's going better, that she's doing better, but she keeps one of the bad parts in being an overproducer and trying to reduce the amount of supply so that it's more regulated, it's more normal, is that she keeps having clogged ducts, and those are incredibly painful. So that's been not the best. But I need to call her tomorrow. We're going to put that in my planner for tomorrow when we get to my planner. Because if it's not in the planner, then it doesn't happen. And sometimes, even if it is in the planner, it still doesn't happen. This has been my first full week at the new job. And I'm working more this week than I will normally work until the fall. So right now I am part-time. Well, right now I am training, and then I will be part-time. Oh, maybe this one. Or maybe that one. And I'll be part-time through the summer, and then in the fall, we're hoping I will bump up to full-time. It just depends on whether or not we hit certain markers in order to get approval for me to be full-time. So, ooh, I kind of like the black too. Oh, that one's a good one. This one's a really good one. Oh, you know, this is from February. Like, I like all those sentiments. Stuff about loving this, loving that, loving you. Yes. That's actually not bad either. Okay, so let's put all these away. So many of these things. Anyway, so this has been my first full week. So today's day 4 of the 4 days this week, and then I have work again tomorrow. And our schedule, you know, we've changed a lot of our routines, and it's very interesting to get used to a new routine where you have far less time than you did before. So we've been getting up, Aaron and I, at 5 o'clock in the morning because I get it to work at 7. So that gives me an hour, like an hour and a half to get up, get ready, get a couple things done in the house, make sure everybody is set. And then I get out the door, I drive to work, and then I'm there until, right now, until 3. And then I get out at 3, I go pick up the kids, we come home, we do chores, we make dinner, we do more chores, and then we put the kids to bed, and then I do my journal, and it's time for bed. Because then, you know, we try to get to bed at 10. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have absolutely zero time. I don't even know what's happening. So I definitely need to better utilize my weekends. Like, that has got to be a thing. And Wednesdays, when my mom has the kids. I've got to be better at utilizing that time because, yeah, oh, this one's all Christmas. Darn, I like the color. Okay, we got more love, cozy, party, nice. But then there's so much about snow and holidays. No, okay. But maybe the black. I feel like I kind of like the green though, because this all has like green tones. It's all very green feeling. So maybe a green. Like, maybe this, like, this green. What does this say? Reminders, present. What do I even say this? This season, my kids didn't need anything. So, I'm trying to remember. That's funny. Okay, maybe, like, before. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's fine. Before, and then... Oh, memories is always a good one, and remember is a good one. What else do I got? Haley needed maternity stuff. Ooh, details is a good one. Yes, and I need one more. So, oh, the best. Okay, we got this. So we're going to say, okay, we're going to say remember for getting Haley maternity clothes. Cool. And then we're going to say the best, because the best section of the Mom to Mom sale is the games and puzzles section, in my opinion. And then we're going to say, what do I want to say for memories? All right, we'll say this one for memories. This is about me like texting all of them. What do you need? So I texted Haley and I texted Caitlin to be like, what do you need? What do you need? Tell me everything you need because I want to buy things while I'm here and I don't need anything. Okay, so I'm going to go like that. I don't know. Do I like them all across? I don't know if I like them all across. Okay, I kind of want to stagger them. I lied. Staggered. That's what we're doing. Ugh. You can go up, I think. Like the best. And then this has got to move to maybe like up here. Details. Okay, yeah, I like it better staggered. Okay, so here we go. There's that. I need twine. I think I'm just going to use this one. It's like natural twine. I need scissors. And then that. Oh, English muffins. Okay, so English muffins are probably not English muffins for real. I mean, they're definitely not. It's kind of like Mexican food and tacos, you know? Like, it's not real. So what it is it's almost like a bagel, but it's not a bagel. It's, but you eat them kind of like bagels. They're like, how do I describe an English muffin? Somebody find an English muffin on Google and put a link to it in our chat. I cannot describe it. It's like when you cut them, when you cut in, like you could tear them apart. Like you could, I should never be somebody, I did not need that much twine. I should never be somebody who sells people food. It's like, you can like tear them open and then they're kind of crumbly inside, but they're not really crumbly. And for me, I like to toast them and I like to put butter and honey on them. That's my favorite way to eat an English muffin. But a lot of people put like butter and jelly or just jelly or that kind of thing. But yeah, like the McDonald's breakfast roll. Yes. Do they call it a breakfast roll? For you guys, because for us, they call it a breakfast, it's like muffin. Yeah, ask Thomas, he knows. This is true. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to describe this thing. But yes, McDonald's uses them for their sandwiches because they have like a biscuit and then they have a muffin. But the muffin is the English muffin, but it must be your roll. You Googled it, good. Huh. Like a crumpet. So interesting. I don't know. What is it? Okay, yeah. Food is interesting to me. How we have so many of the same things and we all call them different things and it's so confusing. Crumpet. So is it the same thing as a crumpet? They swap from roll, bap, barn cake. What? That's funny. They're yummy. I like them. I definitely like me all of those things. That's so funny. All right, so we've got, this is done. It's just going to slide into pockets. This over here, I'm just going to adhere down on the photo for funsies. And then this page is done. Oh, and I got to date stamp it because, you know, I did go through the trouble to find out when this happened, so might as well date stamp it. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to be in this room crafting with you right now. I have been dying to come in here and make something because like yesterday was Wednesday and my parents take care of my kids on Wednesdays. So like they pick them up from school and bring them home and give them dinner and then they drop them off. So they actually took them to the movies last night. So they went to the movies and then came here afterwards. And for me, that's like, yes, Wednesday, I'm going to go home. I'm going to have all day. I'll be home at 3:30 and I'll be able to just go and get a bunch of stuff done. I actually really wanted to get a couple more pages in my daily journal done because I just want to finish all of my May spreads. But I came home and I was so tired. I sat on the couch because I have the May title page video ready to go, ready to post. Well, it's not ready to go. It was filmed. I filmed it. I just needed to edit the video and voice it over so I could get it up on YouTube. I sat down on the couch and I started editing the video and I fell asleep. And I fell asleep for like an hour and a half or something. Then I woke up and I'm like, well, shoot. That was my time and it's gone. You know, like, no, my crafty time. I mean, I think I really needed the nap and that felt good. And it definitely helped me today to not, you know, crash and burn. But I was a little bummed to not get to it. Okay, so date stamp. You know what? I'm going to date stamp in this green part because we'll make it make sense. April 19. So 2023, April, a 1 and a 9. Yes. Okay. So anyway, I was so excited to get in here. So excited. Sometimes when I'm in here a lot and I'm crafting a lot and I've got, you know, like story after story after story I'm putting together and filming and editing and blah, 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 then I'm less excited to create stuff. So I feel like not being able to create stuff for days makes me just feel really excited to create something. Okay, so that is this one. It is done. So we've got isn't that cool how that turned out? I mean, I do wish that the card was 4 inches wide and not 3.75 so that it could actually be a full card, but I don't mind the border actually. It's fine. Anyway, so there we go. There's layout number 1. And then down here is just like 5 little things. So I said, this season, my kids don't really have much need for anything. I looked for some graphic t-shirts for them both and checked the game section. Instead, I shopped for my nieces. I was texting back and forth with Caitlin to see what May needs and was able to find a ton of cute clothes. Haley needed some maternity and nursing clothes. I was able to find her a lot of pieces. I'm glad she will have the clothes she needs for the days to come. There was also a few things on the list for Sophia that I was able to find. I grabbed a few extra things in the hopes that they can use them. My favorite section is always the games and puzzles. I didn't find as much here this time, but picked up a few puzzles and a game for the family. Sometimes I hit the jackpot and there's like super, super cool puzzles and I just buy them because they're usually from $1 to $5. Sometimes they get up to $8, but they're like Ebu and Gallison and like these really top tier puzzle making brands that you just find for super cheap, and I love it. I also recently, because I mean Google now knows that I like puzzles, so I got this advertisement on Instagram. I keep getting it, and it's for a puzzle subscription company where they send you, it's almost like Netflix from back in the day when in the mail you would get the DVDs for movies and you would watch them and then you would send them back and then they would send you more. So it's kind of like that where they send you a puzzle and you put it together and then you break it down and then you send it back and they send you a new one. And I'm like, that is a really cool concept because then you don't have to keep them and store them. You know? I'm like, that is clever. I kind of like it. So who knows? Maybe one day. Okay, so story number 2 goes on the back side of the one we just made. So the mom to mom sale I went to on a Wednesday. Then on Saturday, we went to the mall with my kids. So it was the kids, Aaron and I, and then Alex, Caitlin, and May. And we went to like a little Peppa Pig play place that they have in the mall. And then we went to the food court, and in the center of the food court, they have this huge play structure that you can go on. And then they also have this carousel. And I love this picture of Izzy. So I'm blowing that one up. The reason I ended up, like the ultimate reason why I ended up making this card in this orientation is because I knew I wanted to use this card to go with this page. So I was like, well, how can I make a 6x4 for the backside? So that's kind of how that decision came to be. Then I've got a couple of things from Studio Calico. So this one is from The Sweet Life, I think, is the name of the collection. And it just says, I want to pause this moment, and then it had a space for words. I have my window open, so you're going to hear like birds chirping like crazy out there. And then I have this paper, which is from the Traveler's Notebook, which I cut them apart. So usually when I get my Traveler's Notebook in the mail, if I have to do a design team project in the Traveler's Notebook, I will usually do it and then display it in the book. And then after I take pictures and I send them to the Studio Calico creative team manager, after I send them to her, then I just cut the whole book apart, and then I end up, whatever I just made, I put it into an album, and then I use the rest as paper, which is really fun. So for something like this, I've got journaling card journaling card, and then this extra space, which I thought that this looks really pretty in there. So we're going to cut this down to make it a 3x4 card, just a pattern card. It's just going to be decorative. You could, you know, type up some journaling on vellum or something like that to make it a functional card. I just want it to be decorative because everything on here is words, so I don't need any more words. I need something to offer the eyes and the brain a little bit of reprieve, although I suppose this does have words on it, but you know, we won't count that. Okay, then I need my hole punch for here. So this one's just going to be really, really simple, which is kind of, I suppose, where I'm at these days. It's just simplifying things so that the stories can still be told. I can still get them done, you know? Okay, so we got that. Then I've got this chipboard piece that says memories. I like the colors. The colors go, again, with all the same things here. So I'm going to add some adhesive on there. And I like how there's this space below the horse where these can fit in. I have a funny story. And I'll read this and then I'll tell you the story behind it after we get this page made, because the carousel turned into quite an ordeal at the mall. Maybe I just want to do this one again. Why not? Let's just do it. I have it out. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. Let's just use what I got. Make it quick. All right, I see what you guys are doing. A crumpet has holes in it, and then the butter and honey melts into it. Yes, that's kind of how it is. Yes, you are right, Tammy. That it is very much like a crumpet. Okay. Beth, you got an ad for that too. It's so funny. It is a really good idea. I mean, it's got me like, you know? I have to remember that kind of stuff because my birthday and Christmas, like the two main times that you get presents, are in December, like 4 days apart for me. So those are things that I need. I have plans to make a reference journal. It just, you know, time is the problem here. But I have plans to make this reference journal, and inside the journal, I want to do a page that's like a running wish list. So I have a place to write those things down, because I do use an Amazon wish list, but Amazon wish lists don't work for things like, I think a subscription to this would be a really good idea. You know, I would really like that. I don't have any place to put that. Okay, so I just need to stamp the date. So 19 was Wednesday, 20 would be Thursday, 21, 22 is the 22nd. What day were you? And then I just need to figure out where to put you. I think I'm gonna put it right here. We'll see if I can squish it on there. Oh yeah, that's fine. April 22nd, 2023. And then that's done. So journaling for this one, we'll start up here. So I said, at the last minute, we got a text from Alex and Caitlin on Saturday morning inviting us to play at the Great Lakes Crossings Mall. We didn't have anything going on, and we knew we wanted to get the kids out of the house, so we headed out right away. The first stop was a visit to Peppa Pig World. It was our first time, and the kids had a good time. I think it's definitely more of a place for Jonah than Izzy, but she was a good sport. Afterwards, we had lunch and played in the food court, and then finished our day with a ride on the carousel for the kids. So then I used this as just like prompts to tell additional pieces to the story. So happy. Spending time with May always makes the kids so happy. They really love her, love playing with her and helping her. It's seriously the cutest thing to watch. Thankful. Thankful that we said yes to going out to meeting up with family. We had a good day being all together. Saying no. Twice at the mall today, Jonah ran away and got lost. It was the scariest and most stressful moments of our lives. Not cool. I'll come back to that. Saying yes. We let the kids take a spin around the carousel at the end of the day. They both really had fun and then excited. On the way home from the mall, we got the call that Haley is going into the hospital to be induced. We are so crazy excited that the day has arrived. Okay, so Jonah running away. Jonah, that kid. I am seriously considering buying a child leash. like the backpacks that you clip onto your kid and then there's a leash that attaches to it for when we go to Disney because of what he did at the mall. So we were at the food court eating and we sat down at a table, and everyone's running around. When we were done eating, I helped Jonah to put his shoes on and we're like, we'll go and ride on the carousel and it'll be fun and then we'll go home after that. So I put his shoes on and then I turned my back to him to put Izzy's shoes on to help her out. And then Aaron, who had gone to the bathroom, came up to the table and is like, where's Jonah? And I'm like, what? And so I turn around and he is gone. He's like gone. So we're searching the whole food court center and, Alex and Caitlin, they're helping us. Everyone's freaking out. And then, we're like, well, he was really excited to go on the carousel. So maybe he went over there. So we run over to the carousel. Aaron's like going around to check the gate where they let them in because you have to pay and, all these things. And I come up and I see him climbing onto a horse onto the carousel. Like he somehow snuck his way into the carousel and got on a horse and took it for a ride while we're all freaking out about where he's at. So he gets off and we tell him, like, you can't run away and there are bad people, we don't want someone to take you and it's scary and, all this stuff. So we try to get it through his head. And also, we're also kind of like, one of those things where you're like, bad, and then you're kind of laughing because you're like, how in the world did he get onto the carousel? You had to pay and give them a ticket. How did he get on there? He just bludgered his way through. I don't know. So then we go to get coffee so that we can take it in the car with us. And same thing. We order the coffee. We're sitting there waiting. Jonah runs into May and knocks her over and she starts crying. And Aaron tells him, hey, you need to apologize to May for running into her. And then turns his attention to May. I'm off doing something else. And then Jonah, who's upset because he feels like he's embarrassed, he's upset, runs away again. I come, I'm like, where's Jonah? And he's like, what? He was right here. And again, we're searching the whole mall. It took us a lot longer the second time because he ran into some corner to pout. And then, it was a whole thing. So then we were again, much stronger the second time of, someone could take you and we would never see you again. You cannot run away from us. Oh, so bad. So I'm thinking about getting a child backpack leash so that when we are in Disney, he's not running away at one of the busiest places in the country, Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to stick these in here. And those are my layouts for today. So we've got the back-to-back, 2 pictures. Okay, 2 pictures. And I need a page protector, which is in this. I just have a whole crap ton of them in here. That's the one. And a stroller for sure. Yes. Let's see here. Yes. What are you guys doing for Mother's Day? Good question, Mallory. What's everybody doing for Mother's Day? Cindy, you are camping by a river. Oh, that's so fun. We are meeting my parents and Axel and Haley at the brewery out by them. It's the Lansing Brewery. So we're just going to have a pretty chill day with them. That's pretty much it. It's low key, but also it'll be nice. We usually go up to Frankenmuth for Mother's Day and Father's Day, but with Sophia being so little, we're trying to stay closer to their home this year. It'll be Haley's first Mother's Day. So fun. Okay, so there we go. There are my 2 stories. Yay, they're in. Hooray. More April stories done. I still need to finish March, and I still need to, finish April. We'll get there. That's my goal for the weekend. I want to try to get this thing up to date for the weekend. Okay, so that's scrapbooking. That only took me 45 minutes. That's pretty good. So I want to work on my planners next. So I have 2 planners that I keep updated pretty much on a daily basis. So the first one, they're both passion planners and they're both small. I do have this one here. This one's bigger. So this is the medium. So here's size reference. So medium passion planner, small passion planner. I do have a medium size one where I was originally planning to use this as like a memory planner / family planner. Like I have some of the beginning pages already done. I did some like startup pages in here that I made. January is all I have. And then, so I have like stereotypical planners and stickers is what I was doing. So I have my month at a glance. I have like this huge habit tracker that I was working on. And then I did weekly spreads to try and, just like events that were happening, meal plans, that sort of thing. And I found that I didn't really use it. And instead I used my Google Calendar a lot more. And that's like the big one that I update every weekend. I go through and I do a massive update of my Google Calendar. And then my Google Calendar helps me to determine what I put in these 2 on the weekly basis. But something that I loved in this is that every week I was keeping track of what I was reading that week, what I was watching that week, what I was playing that week, and then the mail that was coming in. So those stayed pretty consistent. I was fairly decent in January, right? So I've got I did pretty okay. And then February, I was like, okay, well, this didn't work for me. I didn't really need that. So why don't I turn this into like a bill pay schedule instead? So like those are bills instead of events, because my events were going in here anyway, so I didn't need it. So then I've got like the first week of February and then, and then nothing until, absolutely nothing. So, and it still is at absolutely nothing, except I had set this book up as my current yearly collections, which I'm in the future, I'm going to put this in their own notebook. Because the rest of this is not necessary for me anymore. I'm like, all I really care about are these back pages. And now I wish I would have put these back pages in just a regular like Archer and Olive notebook. So lesson learned. But things that I put in here was like a homework tracker for Izzy. I have this 52-week photo challenge that I have not been doing very good on, but it is what it is. A yearly cleaning routine that helps me keep track of when things need to be done. A lot of things about budgeting and savings, because that's something that's just really important to me. So I've got savings trackers for sinking funds. I've got savings challenges that I do each month. More savings challenges that I do each month. And all of these like bonus savings things are going into our emergency savings to try and bump that up as much as we can so that, we've got a nice cushion. I have a student loan tracker because we're still paying off Aaron's student loan, but it's been deferred since COVID and it's still deferred. So right now we're not making payments on it, but they keep saying that we're going to have to start making payments and then it doesn't happen. So this is for eventually when they tell us we have to start making payments again. I wanted to do 2 no spend months, and we're in May, and I haven't even done one yet. This is my Tom tracker, so time of the month tracker. This is sick days, so I track who is sick on what days. And then this is one of those things that I actually really love having to see. Like, so orange is Jonah, and he's definitely been the most sick this year. I had a long spell of being being ill, but for the most part, Jonah has been sick a lot. And it helps me track that to see, and if it's seasonal, if it's circumstantial. We were all sick on this day because we all got the COVID booster, so it's just interesting. I had a package tracker, which I stopped using because I'm like, I'm going to run out of room. This is March. And then I just stopped using it. I've got some stats that I try to keep track of for Erin and I. And then I have media. So puzzles done, games played, bookshelving. So here's all like my book ones that will eventually go to live in probably a reading journal again, because even though I like this, but I'm still toying with the idea of a reading journal for next year. So all kinds of reading stuff. And then I've got book clubs. And then I have a movies tracker because I wanted to keep track of the movies that we're watching, like new to us movies. And then I have a couple challenges that I did in here for movies. And then I've got shows. That helps me keep track of what shows we're watching, how many episodes there are in a season, and how many episodes of that season we have watched. So when I'm like, well, what do we need to go watch? We've only seen episode 1 and 2 of Doctor Who season 13. So that would be a good one for Erin and I to go back and revisit and start watching it again. My point to sharing this with you is that I do still use this, but it is not necessary, especially if I take all of those back pages and put them into a yearly collections notebook instead. They don't need to I don't need a whole planner just for that. But lesson learned, and I've learned that I like this size better. So we're gonna start with what do I want to start with? Let's start with the daily. Yes? No, let's start with the weekly. So the weekly is now mostly a work. So it's work and then it's memory. Every week I fill out this bottom section where I've got Allie Edwards Studio Calico, YouTube, Patreon, yearbook, journals, and planners. And then I fill it out with the things that I want to get done that week in those different categories. So then as I am going to my daily journal, I can say, well, tomorrow I'm going to have maybe an hour of time to work on something. So what can I do in an hour on this? And then over the weekend, I'm going to have a portion of my morning. What can I work on in that morning? What is most important out of all of these things for me to get done? It's easier for me to look at this and to have it sectioned out than it is for me to look at a very big list or, a full projects list, if that makes sense. So that I fill out. And then throughout the week, I fill in the days with what actually happened. And then this section is now where I put my reading, watching, playing, and going, which I needed a fourth one. And I felt like going is kind of fun. So like last week, I went to my new office, eye doctors, the pediatrician, a zoo, the Detroit Zoo, and Splash Village. And there's like what last week turned out looking like. And it's so fun. I really love it. Now, this is the first week I did it. And this is now the second week I've been working on it. In the past, I just wrote in pencil on here with the plans of going in and doing stamping, but then I never did. So I'm like, I just need to, at the end of the day, come in here and stamp a couple things and write a couple things and have that be done. And then I also want to work on this. I printed these little photos of the different things in the size of this box to add into the boxes. So, because I want this to actually be more of a memory planner, but I really do use it for the work stuff. I need this, this portion, because this is not part of the dailies. Okay, so what I want to do for today. So today I had already stamped out this home wireless thing to represent this, to represent us hanging out online crafting. But earlier in the day, I want to say that I edited a video finally. So there will be a YouTube video tomorrow. Yay! For my daily journal. I'm gonna call it a planner. Okay, so what I want is some kind of stamp that represents, I want it to be bigger though. So I kind of want maybe, I have for work. It's not really work. Inbox, work mode, no. But I did work a lot today because feeling productive. I do kind of like that. Busy, 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 so busy. Have I already stamped that on here? No, we're gonna do that one. And then, what does it say? Watched all the shows, work call, catch up, hang out, work from home, nope. I think I want media is maybe what I want. Media. So I've got my stamps divided out into, actually no, maybe hobbies. Let's have a scrapbooking one. Although it's not really scrapbooking what I want. Anyway, I have my stamps sectioned into categories. So when I'm like, okay, I know that I edited this video and I kind of like this actually. This little like film guy. The camera. So then I'm like, okay, I know I filmed this or I edited this video. So what can I use? Maybe something media related would work. And that does. So I've got busy, 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 editing the video. That's really probably it. I also keep my stack of ink colors that I'm using right now. I'm going to be using the same colors throughout the whole month for both my weekly and my daily. It just helps keep things a little bit more, helps me to not have to make so many decisions, basically. So let's do this teal because I haven't used the teal. And we will use the teal on the busy, 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 so busy. And we'll stamp that out. I have my cloth here. And then this is what I'm going to put in the morning times to represent work hours, which would be like 7, like right there. So busy, 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 busy. Yay. And you go back onto that. And then, so that one is a paper person stamp. This one is an older Allie Edwards stamp. I want to just use this cute little guy. So this. I'm going to do this one in black. Hi, Izzy. Which is up here. Because I can color it in, and then that will be fun too. And this I'm going to put like right here for when I was home. Edited my video. Yay. This I'll write down here about tonight. That bird is so loud. Do you need something? You're okay.
Just so you know, Juju
What?
might call on you.
Why?
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say that he's in potty. He might yell for him.
Oh, okay. On my phone, on the iPad, on the computer, so busy. No, okay. I think that's probably good. Also, I'm also thinking that is there. Oops. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of training this week. It's like a lot of training, a lot of learning. So, oh, I kind of like that. That fits in there really good. So this one says playing equals learning. I don't really want the playing equals. I just want the word learning, but I can ink this in such a way that I only get that word. It might require my head to be in your way. Actually, I think I'll be fine. Learning. Oh no. Okay. Now I gotta squish this. Busy, 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 busy. Learning. Yeah. Okay. So then I would just write a little bit in there. So I might say like, let's get my pen. This one I could say, oh, you're too big. I don't want this size. I want my 03, not my 08. 03, there you are. So we could say, edited my May daily journal title, page, video. Finally. I filmed that like last week. This one I would say, still working through all of my modules and job shadowed. Does shadow have 1D or 2? I think it's only 1. At the Fenton branch. Okay. Shadow. Tammy, you guys are going out to lunch. Mallory, you're working on Week in the Life tonight. Feels good. Yes. Stamping and writing in your best cursive writing. Yes. I understand that. When you're like working on something and you're like, I have to have really good writing. Must focus. And this one I want to say, I'm going to say shower, because I took a shower this morning, equals the best wake up. So true. I'm always so much better awake when I take a shower. Shadow. Okay, I think it's only 1D. Shadow. I'm trying it. O-W-I-N-G. Job shadowing. And if it's not, well, it is what it is. And this one, we'll say craft with me live. Craft with me live. Made 2 layouts. Plus planners. Yay. Okay. So it's just like that. And then I have these markers that I use to color the things in when I feel like it. So like maybe I haven't done many of these, but like the cleaner bottle here, you know, maybe I would make this purple. And these are highlighters, but I use them like markers sometimes. It's like there's my little spray bottle. I wanted the teal for the pool sign because that just makes sense to me. So we'll go pool. All right, so it just gives a little bit more color to everything up here. I might do like a yellow on parts of this. Maybe something like that. And I've got orange, so maybe orange would be the vacuum. Because why not? Right, so there's our like orange vacuum. What else? I feel like that computer needs to be colored. Ooh, that can be green. No, because that's green. That can be, what am I missing? Oh, that can be this like pink color though. That would be great. Some things I do stamp on here ahead of time. This is the Mother's Day stamp. This one right here from Studio Calico. And it just so happened that it fit on here, you know, like, great. So I stamped Mom and then You're the Best, Motherhood is a Full-Time Job on here because that's Mother's Day. And what we're doing is Mother's Day things. So I've got a little space that I can write up above and down below to just kind of briefly say what we did. The thing is I don't have to be crazy detailed on these pages because I journal in much bigger detail in other places. And I'll show you that actually here in just a second. So we can color in the computer to give this some color as well. Okay. Right, so we've got whatever color that is, and then I've got, I did yellow, but maybe I can do green on this like cup right here. Ooh. Which I kind of ran out of space for, but decided to just squish it in there anyway. Okay, so there we go. That gives me, you know, some pens are kind of fun. It just gives me some little fun way to use my stamps primarily is really ultimately what I want to do. Use my stamps, use my things. And that's that. And then I would put in my goal for the day, which would have been make something was my focus. Make something. Squeezing it in there. Make something. And then, you know, good. The other thing that I track on a weekly basis, so I'll give you an example. So I've got this week already set up. Actually, I have, did I already stamp? Yeah, some of these I already stamped things on. And then June is not set up yet. But I start out and I go ahead and I designate what all these are. I make this section with stamps and markers. I also put in these icons in here and I track my social media stats right there. So every week I'm pulling my stats for all the different things. So for Instagram, for YouTube, and for Patreon, which for me just helps me to see that what the things that I put out there, the things that I create really do have like they're good for something, you know, like there was times when I noticed my, like if I looked at my stats, let's say in the beginning of the month, and then I looked at my stats again at the end of the month and I only saw either minuscule growth or maybe no growth or maybe lack of growth, it helps me on a weekly basis to look at it and be like, no, for the most part, it's trending in a way that people are still liking what I'm making, so I should still keep showing up, if that makes sense. So it's just like a for me kind of thing. Okay, so that is all I do for that. It's like so fun, so simple. I think we'll have time and we'll come back and we'll fill that in with pictures. For the daily journal. So this is my daily journal. And what I have started doing is stamping prompts to respond to for journaling. So I'll give you I'll show you the last like 2 weeks. Well, here's since the beginning of May. This is what I think when I get to the end of this journal, or when I get to maybe when I get to the end of May and I'm getting ready to set up June, I might film something to share. We'll see. Because it's been a work in progress. Like I used to use a lot more stickers in here and stuff, which was fine. And I didn't dislike it. But then I'm like, you know what? Why can't I just use my stamps here too? So here's, you know, the month so far where I've got all different kinds of stamping in here. Sometimes it's based on what's happening. Like this is Cinco de Mayo. So I stamped out a whole bunch of, you know, taco stuff because why not? This was a day where I woke up and I scrapbooked in the morning, and then we went to the library, and then we went to the zoo, and then we watched a movie at home. So it's like the 4 different major things that happened that day. This was, I accidentally did Mondays on the Sunday and Sunday on a Monday. So these actually, you know, or back to back. But, you know, so it's just fun. This one I really like with the 4 or the 6 boxes to fill out. It's actually, I really liked that. I used the speech bubbles and stamped a bunch of them out with little tiny prompts to just respond to. This one is for today, which I'll do before I go to bed. Not on camera, just because it takes me a little, it's a little bit deeper. It takes me a bit longer, and that's boring to watch. But I have, you know, currently feeling on my playlist, currently making, this moment, thankful for this, today's top 3. And so I will fill that out before I go to bed. So then for tomorrow, I already have a lot of this side pre-done, pre-filled out. And I do that a week at a time. So like, because I already know what I accomplished today, I was able to push forward some of my to-dos for tomorrow. But I don't know what I'm going to be able to get done for real tomorrow. So when we get to the end of tomorrow, I would go in and say, okay, what did I not get done that I can put here? Or has anything new come up that I need to put here? And that sort of thing. So I've got some of these filled out, but then starting on Monday, I only have my checklists in. So I will spend the weekend going through and prepping the week ahead. So that it's not so much work throughout the week. So for tomorrow, I have a lot of my stuff already done. Also, things are color coded. So purple is anything to do with the family or household sort of stuff. Not cleaning, but like I need to call the cat groomer and make an appointment, which I've been saying for like 5 days. I need to make that happen. That would be a purple thing. Izzy, I need to pack her lunch. That's a purple thing. If it's something about cleaning, then it's green. If it's work related, it's gray. If it's food related, it is blue. So like if I need to make dinner that night, then I'll make that blue. And if it has to do with a routine or a habit, not a routine, if it's a habit, then it's yellow, which is like waking up, going to bed. Waking up also consists of brushing my teeth, but you know, I have that in the checklist for myself because if it's on the checklist, I will do it. So this is ready to go. So what I need to do is decide what I want to do on this side of the page, and that's pretty much it for this. So I'm thinking tomorrow is Friday. So Friday is kind of a fun day around here. I do work. I might potentially get out of work early because I've worked too many hours. So that's a possibility. I'm going to see if I've got like, do I have something somewhere that says like Friday fun day? I know I might in these tiny prompts, but I don't want to do the tiny prompts again. I just did those. This actually I think has Friday fun day on it. No? No, it does not. Okay. But it has Monday Madness, and I like that too. Okay, so not those. Let's see. Or another way I go about this is sometimes I think about the story stamps. You know, is there a story stamp theme that would make sense for that? Not learn, which is what I just used. But let's see, what do I got? I've got action, ampersand. Ooh, ampersand could be fun. I kind of like that. Let's do ampersand. Okay, so learn goes after laugh and before listen. Let's do ampersand. So I'm thinking that what I want to do, yes, we'll treat this like a currently page. Currently this and currently that. Oh, shoot. That goes to learn. Wait, come back, learn. You are missing your friend. Okay. So, yeah, currently this, currently this, and currently this, currently whatever. Okay, there you go. So, do I want to stagger it, or do I want to make it in a list form? I just did a list form. I could do the 4 again. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do the 4 again. So I liked how spaced they were right here. So what are they spaced at? And for this, I'm going to use an 8, so it's a little thicker. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll say right here, I think is where it was. So sure. Okay, so there's that. And then maybe I'll just, sometimes I cheat to find the middle, or as close to the middle as I can get. And I'm gonna use a ruler, and we're gonna go, okay, it's 7 inches, so like 3.5 would be the middle, which is gonna be in the middle of these. So let's go maybe right here. I try not to take too long to figure these out because I'm doing these every night before I go to bed or in the morning before I head off to work. And I just basically need a space to journal, to write some things down. It doesn't need to be super duper well thought out. Not like I would do if this was an actual bullet journal. There's something about an actual bullet journal that I'd be like, oh, I need to make sure this is really pretty and everything. I don't make any mistakes. But for this, I don't care. Okay, so I'm just gonna use all the colors because why not? It's fun. And oh, Emma, if you're still here, hope you have a good night. Thanks for joining. Okay. Seems like anybody else working on Week in the Life photos? Tammy, you are, and Mallory, you are. Anybody else? Yeah. That project. It takes a while, doesn't it? That Week in the Life. Okay. Now this is, actually it might be fine. I have a sticker that I created for myself. That's all my checklists, so I don't have to constantly write them because that's annoying and it hurts your hand. So I use a sticker, but it makes it kind of lumpy. So I use this thing to help it not be lumpy. Danielle, you're documenting Week in the Life this week. Yes. How's that going this week for you? Beth, you're printing. Okay, so there's all my ampersands. Oh, see, this will be pretty. I'm gonna like it. And then I'm thinking over top I could do gray or I could do black. I think I'm just gonna do black so that it's very bold. And do you fit on this? Maybe? No, you do not. Okay, so we'll use this one. I'm gonna put it as close to the edge as possible because we're working within where the spine is. Words elude me. Okay. So currently there. And down here. There. And there. Okay. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do for tomorrow. And then at the end of the day, I'll fill it out with all the things that we were currently doing. It's pretty, I like to keep it as generic as possible so I can tell any old story I want to, unless I know for sure something is happening that day. And then I might tailor it to whatever it is we have going on. Okay, so ampersand, back you go. Back this whole thing can go. So, let's see here. Love working on Weekend the Life at the same time as everybody else. Yes, it's like continued community support. It's so good. Cleaning all week. House looks good. Have you figured out if you're not hosting? Oh, that'll be nice. That's kind of one benefit to cleaning your whole house and then not hosting, right? Is then there's something about like getting your whole house super clean and then everybody comes over and they leave and it's all trashed again and you're like, well, you know, I tried. Anyway, so let's see here. Okay, so this is tomorrow. I'm super excited to have this done. And then I've got this one to fill out tonight, which will be good. So fun. All right, so the last thing we'll do then, since we still have some time left, is, I don't have any other, do I have any other layouts to put together? I do, but not, some of them I wanted to use for videos. And I have so many Project Life layouts that I need to get together. Oh, I need to do it, to just do it. All right, let's add in some photos. And this. So one of the things I wanted to do, I used to do this in a different book, just like, I think Heba does this. I don't know if she still does. I don't even know if she still uses Passion Plant. I have no idea. But I loved the look of the craft when she used to do it. So I want to make a mark at where I need to cut it. And then we will make a mark at where I need to cut it. Okay. So we're going to go there. And then I can put that back on it so it kind of stays. It doesn't unravel. This I'm going to stamp out the week numbers. I think maybe, so if I, yeah, I think that will be fine. Like if I go on this one line, will that be okay? It'll be fine. Okay. So we'll do that. One of the things I like about this situation with the like just stamping and making it crazy, one of the things that I like about it is it's very low key. You know, like I can just come in here. It takes me just a couple minutes to find what I need. Oh, whoops, I meant to chop this part off too. And I've been in a season lately where I have not been taking as many pictures as I would like. I've talked about this a lot and I just have not seemed to get out of the slump quite yet. Ugh, I'm trying. I'm really trying because I like documenting our stories and I like having pictures of what it is we're doing. I just been in a slump. So this is a way to still document and pay attention to what's going on without having to have a ton of pictures, which is kind of nice. Okay, so I'm going to stamp these out. So the current week, which is where we, no. Last week was week 17. No? 18? 18. What was last week? Was it 18? Oh, let's find out. Oh, we don't need this. Okay. All right, it was 18. So we've got week 18. I'm going to use Do I want to just do like the bold, or do I want to do the outline? I kind of want to do the outline. That's fun. So 18. Is there a way for the Zoom recordings to be uploaded in a way that I can replay it horizontally? Wait, are they not showing up horizontally? Are they showing up this way? Replay it horizontally. Yeah, you'll have to help me understand. Okay, this is going to be 20, 21, 22. Okay, 0. And a 19. Okay. Okay. So there's that. I don't know what to do here though. Maybe you guys have some ideas of what I can do here. So, okay, so Mallory, you're watching the Zoom replays on your phone, correct? And when you watch them, they are, like right now, I can flip either way. I wonder if it's a Zoom thing. Huh. And that's only happening to you on the replays? That's so weird. When I upload them, like when I upload the replay downloads from Zoom as like the horizontal, as like almost like a YouTube video would. And then I take that recording. I wonder, is it, tell me which video it is, or is it happening with all of the Zoom videos for you? Or is it a particular one? If it is, I can pull it up on my own YouTube and see what's happening and see if it happens to me too. And if not, I would say that it's probably a, actually I have watched them all. Because I go through and I go back and I take notes. I want to say it's probably a phone thing. Like there's probably some kind of setting that's weird on your phone, Mallory. Because they're uploaded into YouTube as the horizontal picture. I don't know. That's weird. Huh. I haven't heard of that before. I'll have to ask. I'll ask Aaron if he knows anything about that. Mr. Technology guy. I'll ask him. Maybe he knows or has encountered somebody who's had a problem like that before. And we'll see, right? Okay. So this is the last thing I'm going to do. Oh yeah, and tell me, what do you guys think I should do in this section? In these sections? I don't know what to do in these. This, because I already have all this going on. This might be fun to put like wins and challenges for the month, like a recap, kind of. Although at the end, does this have a recap? It does. Biggest lesson. What did you accomplish? What are you most proud of? I mean, so it's all here, but I could maybe put like a list of things. But what do I do here? Maybe I could put stats. You know, like number of, I don't know. I gotta think about that. I don't know what to do there. Okay, so this is gonna go to 1 and 2. It is pretty darn warm in this room right now. Now, I did originally write stuff in here that that I'm covering up. I was like, oh, I'll use this as a way to put in like our family events. And I'm like, no, I don't really like that. So never mind. The other thing is I kind of want to like, how much of this do I need to cut off to still be able to see the day at the top? I think that's actually kind of good right there. So I kind of want to see the number of the day. Okay, so we'll go like, oh, like right there, I think. Yeah. So then I think all of these can go on the bottom. I can cut off a little bit. It's probably fine. And then these a little bit off the bottom. Sure. Okay. And this one. Okay. I can just cut these off the rest of the way. So for the tiny planner like this, I printed these at, they are 1 inch tall by 1 1/4 inches wide. And it's fun. So I've got like a picture of Sophia from when I went to go visit her. I've got a picture of Izzy doing like first aid CPR on baby giraffe during Girl Scouts. I've got this picture. It looks so weird because it is weird. Where Izzy has one eye dilated and the other one is not because we had to go to an eye appointment. Oh my gosh, that was not fun. Izzy does not do well with things like eye drops, shots, like all that stuff is a no. I have a picture that I took for a thumbnail of myself for the update video I did. I've got some flowers because we finally have flowers. Yay. And then at the zoo from when we went to the zoo on Saturday last weekend. And then the water park. So I need to remember next time to print these at like 1.875 by, no, that's wrong. 1.125 is what they need to be by an inch. Is that right? No. Again, it needs to be 0.875 by 1 inch. And that should be, that would be perfect. Okay. So that's from Splash Village. This is Izzy leveling up at swim lessons. This was me finally remembering to take a picture of myself in my new office. It's so I can maybe document it. And it still is like a meh kind of a picture. It's not my favorite. I'm gonna have to try that again. And then a silly picture my mom sent me from when she was watching the kids. So then I'm hoping I can fill this up, and I think that will be really a fun way to use that page. I just need to figure out what I want to do on the bottom, but it's not super necessary at this point. But that was fun. That was fun. Little way to document some things. And I'll clear this off. And then I think that is all I had planned for today. That was actually pretty darn productive. Let me see. When you turn your phone, the video won't turn with it. Okay. Okay, my iPad rotates fine, but when I tried it on my phone, it wouldn't rotate. Weird. Maybe that is a Zoom thing for your phone. Huh. That cool Life Cycle app. I have not tried out the Life Cycle app, but maybe that would be a good idea to do, like Life Cycle app. I don't even know what you can track on there, but I mean, I like tracking things. It doesn't matter what it is. I like tracking things, so that to me sounds like a yes. Okay, so we've got the 2 layouts we did today. Yay. Next time we are live together, so next week on Thursday is our book club discussion. And then, which I still need to go put questions in, because I haven't done that yet. But so next week is book club discussion. The week after that, I will be doing a couple, we're just going to be working on basically this project, this yearbook project. So this time we did 2 stories from April. Next time we'll probably do 2 or 3 or 4 stories from May. So from this beginning portion of May, to help me stay up to date on it, especially now that these pages are not going into classroom material anymore. So there's not that accountability with it anymore. So you guys are going to be my accountability to getting that stuff done. So that's what we're going to be doing next time we are live together. It'll be somewhere between 2 and 4 layouts. It'll just depend on what I can get planned out and printed out, what we can get done. But it would be excellent if we could get 4. I'd love that. And then we'll probably, all of the lives, I will probably do these with you because selfishly, I want to be able to go to bed shortly after ending the live. So if I can get this done while we're together, then I can just go downstairs and finish my chores and put my pajamas on and go to bed. So for that reason, selfishly, but maybe you guys will enjoy it. Maybe it'll encourage you to, plan your day for the next day. Who knows? We'll do this together most likely after these lives, or like after I'm done making scrapbook projects. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me today. This was it was refreshing to get back in here and craft. Sometimes that word is weird to say. And make stuff with you. So thank you for coming and hanging out. If you're watching the replay, thanks for hanging out with us in the after hours. And I will see you all on Monday for our next coffee hour discussion lunch break, or Thursday next week for book club, or whenever our paths cross. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend. Go do something fun, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, friends.